complete as much as we can do. Okay. So if I complete up to here, it is great. Okay. Up to here, if you complete today, that's great. Okay. So then happily we can see this. This is a main more time taken. At least complete one day it will take. Okay. Sometimes more. Okay. Depends upon my explanation speed. It take more time. Okay. So remaining are okay. So remaining all these things we can complete as fast we can do it. Okay. Yeah. NIC, Network Interface Card. As said earlier, guys, there is a 5 important things in the network. 5 important things in the network. Okay. So in the first one is NIC, Network Interface Card. So you have a device, means either it can be your laptop or a desktop or your mobile phone or maybe your printer, whatever the device it is, you want to connect it to the network. Whether you are connecting wide way or wirelessly, you're connecting using a wide type of connection, okay, a wide type of connection, a wireless type of connection it is, okay. So a Wi-Fi type of connection, or maybe it is a kind of wide type of connection. These devices required NIC, Network Interface Card. Without NIC, you can't connect it to the network. Either this NIC built inside your system, built inside one, maybe you are adding a NIC separately. Either way, you can do it. Wide or wireless type of NIC case. Either it is a built-in your laptop, desktop, or mobile phones, or maybe you are adding this NIC separately to your devices. Either way, NIC is required. Okay, network interface card. Next. So the first is NIC card. The first one, what you say? NIC, network interface card. Then what is the second one? So you need to connect to the network. How you connect? In the wide way, you are connecting means you need a cables, right? Depends upon your network connecting rated, like what is your network cables, depends upon the connection. So there's different types of cables are there. Okay. So there can be a coaxial cables. We don't go to the details, just we need a cable. It can be a coaxial cable, UTP cable, or STP cable, or fiber optical cable. So if you go to the server room, like these servers to another server communication or server to storage communication, so we use this fiber optical based connection. Normal our LAN communication, generally inside your LAN, we use the UTP or STP cables only. Very rarely and only few places we use a coaxial cable, of course. So what we need is a media. This media can be a cable media or wireless media. So Wi-Fi means it is wireless connection. Okay. So in a Wi-Fi, there is a generally at present we are using 2 frequencies. One is 2.4 frequency, gigahertz frequency, or 5 gigahertz frequency we are using. Of course, 6 gigahertz frequency also came, okay, with a very high speed data transmission purpose. But generally, we are using most of our current market routers. It is 2.4 or 5 gigahertz because the 5 gigahertz itself support up to 600 Mbps data transmission speed. Okay, so this 2.4 frequency support up to 50 Mbps. Up to 50 Mbps internet speed. Okay. For example, in your home, you take a 30 Mbps internet speed, 40 Mbps, 2.4 frequency connecting is enough. So you want to go more than that one, more than 50 Mbps internet speed. Okay, data transmission speed means compulsory required 5 GHz connection. Okay. So what is the second point? Media. So what media you are using? Wireless media, wide media. Wide media means cable, wireless media means, so that media connecting frequency is important here. Third one. Yeah. You have a device and you have an IC to connect, and depends upon what type of connectivity, wide or wireless type, that related NIC you are having, that related cable or media is there. Now you need to be connected, right? So in a wireless type of connection, so we have a different devices are required. Okay, different devices used for different types of connections. Okay, different devices are required for different types of communication. Okay, simply I want to create a simple LAN network. Simple LAN network are required. Then I use hub device or switch device. Okay, switch device. So it's for wireless type. Okay, so wide type. Hub or a switch, I use it. Hub device or switch device for connecting. A small number of 4 or 5 devices are there, hub is enough. More number of devices, like 10, 20 devices are there, switch is better. Okay, so I want to connect from our LAN and WAN type of connection. Okay, LAN to WAN connection or connecting between different networks. Okay, connecting between different networks. So what is that? It is inter-networking is required. Inter-networking. Okay, inter-networking. What we read is router. Router is required. I want to connect to internet. I want to connect internet via an ISP. So what is the device you required? Modem. Okay. So this is just not an introduction, yes, it's also covering other things. Different devices. Wireless, WLAN, wireless LAN I want to create it. Okay. Then I need a wireless access point. Wireless access point. WLAN. Okay. This is kind of LAN only, but wireless LAN it is. Wireless access point is required. Okay. These are the main device. Of course, entire like routing kind of stuff. You need an internet connection, right? We need a Wi-Fi router. Wi-Fi router used for connecting wireless type of devices, okay, as well as connecting to internet, routing between the different networks from local to outside network. Use a Wi-Fi routers. So three things. These are three for a connecting purpose. These are all for a connecting purpose. Next, fourth one. You are having a devices, but you want to communicate between the devices. They need a logical address. What logical address is? Our IP address. In this IP address, we have a IPv4 address and IPv6 address. Okay. So what we need is an IP address. Logical address means we are using IP address only. Different logical addresses are there, but we are using IP address. Next. So why we need an IP address? To identify. So I want to call you. So you need a phone number. I need a phone number, right? Without phone number, we can't call it, right? Like that. The devices need an IP address to make them communicate each other. They need an IP address. Next. But what type of communication? Devices need to communicate. What type of communication? So that communication, so what type of communication defined by that? Protocols only. Protocols and port numbers. Protocols and port numbers represents what type of communication or what type of service communications. Like for example, you want to communicate website. You want to accessing a website means use HTTP or HTTPS you are using. Okay. So example, you are sending a mail. So email communication. Use protocol SMTP. Okay. POP3 or IMAP protocol. Okay. So we forget a cable, the cables. So axial, UTP, STP, fiber channel. Okay. Okay. So different protocol. Just I'm mentioning only two. Or like this different protocol, FTP protocol for uploading, downloading files. Okay. DHCP protocol to assign an IP address. Okay. DNS protocols are there for resolving name to IP address. Okay. Like this, so there are a lot of protocols. So all this makes to communicate in the network. First, three are for connecting. Next two are for communicating. Okay. So these are the 5 important things in your network. We'll see one by one. NIC, network interface card. NIC, network interface card. Okay. Any device want to connect in the network, the device need an NIC. You want to connect any device you want to connect in the network, the device need an NIC. Whether it is wide type of connectivity or wireless type of connectivity. In a wide type of connectivity, guys, in our general regular LAN networks, we use Ethernet. Use Ethernet for wide type of connectivity. So that wide type of NICs, what we are using is Ethernet. Okay, so this Ethernet is look like this one. This Ethernet cards. Inserted. Yeah. If you want, you can watch a YouTube video how it should be inserted. So guys, this is a Ethernet card. Okay, this Ethernet cards, what they do, they insert into the motherboard. Okay, they insert these in NIC cards into the motherboard. Like this. See, this is a motherboard. It can be a desktop motherboard or a server motherboard. So these NIC cards are inserting into this motherboard. Okay. You can also see there is a inserted into the motherboard. So this is white bars. We call it as PCA slots. These white bars we call it as PCI slots. Okay. So the small one is PCI Express or PCIe, but these are a PCI slots. So there insert these cards into this PCI slots. Now for your desktop or laptop, sorry, for your desktop or your server, now we can able to connect to the network. If you see this NIC card having a port, this port we call it as Ethernet port, LAN port, RJ45 socket. Different names are there. Ethernet port, LAN port, RJ45 socket. Okay, NIC card. Sometimes we can refer these cards also called as NIC card, Ethernet card or NIC card. So in your laptops, desktops, motherboard, server motherboards, integrated Ethernet also there. Means you take a motherboard. Okay. On the motherboard, directly these ports are available. No need to insert a NIC card. It is directly integrated on your motherboard. So you no need to insert NIC card. If you want extra, you can add it. Otherwise, on the motherboard itself, you got this NIC cards. The port is visible, so then you can connect this port. Generally, for your desktops, laptops, servers, this integrated port is there. So integrated NIC cards means Ethernet card is integrated. So you got this Ethernet port or LAN port, you can simply connect with a cable. Laptop port. Side of your laptop, you have this kind of port. So simply can connect with a cable. Okay. Nowadays, we are getting this kind of Ethernet ports. It's nothing different. This earlier, we have a complete this kind of one. Now sleek models, now small size models. This is a pull. You have to pull little bit like this, and you can insert this cable. Okay, but this up part will come to downside. Okay, so we are inserting this cable, LAN cable to your laptop. Okay, so again, this is a wired NIC. This wired NIC, what type of NIC we are using for a LAN connecting purpose is Ethernet cards we are using. For this Ethernet, there is IEEE standard is there. That IEEE standard number is 802.3. These Ethernet cards, we call it as NIC cards, Ethernet cards, LAN cards also. The Ethernet card having a port to connect with a LAN cable, right? So that port we call it as Ethernet port, LAN port, or RJ45 socket or RJ45 port. Okay. That Ethernet. So initially the Ethernet, then after Ethernet, there is a next version of Ethernet is FastEthernet. After next version of FastEthernet is Gigabit Ethernet. Okay. So Ethernet support data transmission of 10 Mbps. It's a BPS, guys, small b, means bits per second. Bits per second. 10 Mbps data transmission speed. Fast Ethernet is 1000 Mbps data transmission speed. Next version is Gigabit Ethernet, 1000 Mbps or 1 Gbps data transmission speed. Of course, very rarely, mainly for servers, NAS boxes kind of stuff. Okay, if you pay more, you will get a 10 Gbps. This Ethernet is also there, 10 Gbps Ethernet. So available. That's a different cables. We don't have that cable. Generally, we don't use that one in a regular LAN communications. Okay, only in the server rooms, high speed data transmission, LAN kind of connectivity, we are using that. So this is Ethernet. This is generally in a LAN communication, in a regular LAN communication, this is the setup. Next is wireless NICs. So devices you want to connect wirelessly, like from your mobile phone, you want to connect a laptop, desktops, tablets. So you want to connect wirelessly. In these certain devices, like your mobile phones, tablets, smart TVs, there is an integrated wireless NICs there inside your mobile phone, on the mobile phone motherboard only, this integrated NICs are there. They are definitely there. Okay, if we can't able to see where it is located, but it is there on your motherboard. Okay, integrated NIC on the motherboard. Okay, so for a laptops, generally in a laptop, this is a NIC card inside your laptop, wireless NIC card, which is inside your laptop. This is also one of the wireless NIC card. These cards we can insert into your desktops or servers by inserting it just like how you connect your Ethernet card. Same we are inserting this and LAN this wireless NIC card into your desktop. So you can connect your desktop to your Wi-Fi router through this NIC card also. Okay. So already I told this is also one wireless adapter. You can connect to the desktop. Mostly we are using this one for laptop purpose only. This is more important one is USB based wireless adapter. USB wireless adapter. Okay. So what is the purpose of this USB based Wi-Fi adapters? Okay. In case, for example, your laptop, okay, built in inside your laptop, that Wi-Fi adapter is not working. So what is the solution? You have to take it to the service center. So they replace this Wi-Fi adapter and you can get connected. You don't want. So you want a very simple solution. Very simple. Buy a USB Wi-Fi adapter, insert the Wi-Fi to the USB port. So obviously in your control panel, so once you are inserted, your USB drives are loaded. So go to control panel, network and sharing center, change adapter settings. Go to network connection window. There you can see your Wi-Fi adapter. So using that, you can connect to the wireless network. Okay. Or maybe you have a desktop. For example, I have a desktop. Earlier days, when I'm in a starting time, so that time when I was in one place, my Wi-Fi router and my my desktop both are next only, okay, nearby. So I use a cable. So I from my desktop to my Wi-Fi router. So directly I connect with the cable. So later I shifted. Then what happened? So Wi-Fi router is in hall. The desktop is in a another room. It's very difficult to get connected. So there is a distance. What to do? We can't use a cable. We can use a cable, but it is the cable again. It's not look good. Okay. So a simple solution is I purchase this Wi-Fi USB adapter, insert into my desktop, and configure my Wi-Fi settings in it. So I am getting internet wirelessly. Wireless connectivity is happening. One, two scenarios actually. Third important. I have a old laptop. It support only 2.4 gigahertz connection only. Okay. So what happened when I'm trying to connect my Wi-Fi? It's a new Wi-Fi router. It's a fiber optical based connection. So Geo Wi-Fi it is that time. So we took a 100 Mbps connection to 100 Mbps internet connection. So 100 Mbps you want it, you have to connect with the 5 gigahertz. And it is two dual type of bandwidths it is providing. One is 30 Mbps, lower version is 30 Mbps. Higher is based on your subscription, 100 or 150, you can take anything. Okay, you can take 100 or 150 your wish, but lower is 30 Mbps. So to both you can connect separate. Okay, so if I have a 2.4 gigahertz, which is my laptop built in, it's a old laptop, so I can connect with 2.4, then I will get a 30 Mbps data transmission speed only. If I want 100 Mbps, I need to connect 5 gigahertz connection. So what I have to do? Then go to this Wi-Fi adapter, go to this PP link, or D-link, TP-link. Okay. So see, this is 300 Mbps it is showing now. It will support generally 2.4 GHz connection only. Generally, it will support 2.4, but I need a 5 GHz connection. Then I have to go to this same Wi-Fi dongle with a 5 GHz, means dual channel support. Dual channel support is there. This is also around that one only. So I have to take some AC model. There are smaller only. Yeah, you can see this one. AC 600 means it will support both 2.4 and 5 GHz. Somewhere it will is dual band support is there. Means I can connect. If this is, we will get it. From this one, we can be able to get both 2.4 and 5 GHz connection. So I need a 5 GHz. Then what to do? Better to buy which is supporting 5 GHz. So in my laptop 2.4 already there. So then I need a 5 GHz or dual band. Okay. So this is the. So this is another advantages. So three advantages I saw. Why we need this USB base, but make it more simple wireless connection purpose for your desktops and laptops. If you have built-in wireless adapter is not working, then we can use this one simple solution it is. Or your built-in, your wireless adapters are working. That is already a told, first point. So what is the second point? Okay. If you are having older system and not supporting your older built-in, not supporting the another version, like it's supporting only 2.4, not for 5. So I want to connect with the 5 GHz connection. I will go with the USB simple solution. I'm talking about simple solution. Next one. So I have a desktop. I can't connect with right now with a cable. So just I need a connection. Simple and easy connection is instead of putting a cable from one place to another place, its lengthy cable is required. Simple solution is use USB. Okay. USB based Wi-Fi adapter. With the solutions. Next, wireless NICs. Wireless NICs. What is wireless NIC? Yeah, we discussed wireless NICs, right? Wireless network adapters. This wireless NIC is having a standard that is 802.11. 802 is a network standard. In 802.3 means Ethernet. 802.11 means it's a wireless connection. When you want to buy a Wi-Fi router or Wi-Fi adapter or a mobile phone or maybe a laptop or maybe a smart TV, if you see this is a common thing, it's a wireless, there are having wireless built-in adapters, right? Wi-Fi adapter is a Wi-Fi adapter, Wi-Fi router is a Wi-Fi router, but you are having other devices you are connecting, they have a built-in Wi-Fi adapter is there, right? And so when you go into the specification, Wi-Fi related specifications of any of these devices, you may see like this 802.11G, 802.11N, 802.11 AC, 802.11A, 802.11B, 802.11G, 802.11N, like that also it will show. It all depends upon the specifications. So here also you can go to the up to here. Any wireless standard it is showing. Actually, it will show. Not showing. Why it is not showing? Take another one. This also dual channel support. Simple specifications it will show. what happened? So to reduce the space, they removed that. And yeah, here it is. Sorry. Wireless type. See, 802.11a, B, G, and also there. So what is this meaning? What is this wireless types? What is this? A, B, G, N. What is it represents? This A, B, G, N, AC, these are all representation of what frequency it will support, how much maximum speed, data transmission speed it will support. Like 802.11 is a basic, it's a 2.4 and 2 Mbps support. 802.11a, 5 gigahertz, 54 Mbps. 5 gigahertz, 54 Mbps. B is 2.4 again, 11 Mbps. G, 2.4 gigahertz, 54 Mbps. N, dual channel. If you see N means support both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz and that to 600 Mbps speed. AC is only 5 gigahertz. AD is to include 2.4, 5 and 6 gigahertz. Okay. So anyway, we are not going with 6 gigahertz at all. See this that letters to 802.11 represents wireless standard and this A, B, C, D, N like this A, B, G, N, AC. These are our representation of frequencies. What frequency compatible and how much bandwidth data transmission it will support. Okay. So this is about your NIC cards. Got it? So there is a MAC address discussion is also there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip right now what is the MAC address. Okay. We'll directly, there is important, what is the MAC address? What's the difference between MAC address and IP address? How to check MAC address? How to check IP address? This is very important. But right now what I'm doing is I'm jumping to the networking cables because it's already 5:17 and some people are left. Okay. So we'll see the networking cables and we'll start. Then we'll see the networking devices. Okay. After networking devices, we'll see about this IP address, MAC address differences, how to check MAC address, how to check IP address, and IPv4, IPv6 we'll discuss. Okay. So let me complete this networking cables and we're going to start. And out of all these three networking cables, twisted pair cable is very important one. Why it is? Because in our regular LAN communication, we use twisted pair cables like UTP or STP cables we are using. Okay, what are the networking cables? Here we discuss about NICs, right? The NIC part is completed. Then we have to discuss about these cables. Okay, we are going to discuss about the cables. Okay, of course, in a media wise, we are already just now only we discussed about a wireless media, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Okay, two connections. But we'll see the cables now. Three different cables we use in a network communication: coaxial, twisted pair means UTP, STP cables, fiber optical cables. In analysis, only I told about UTP related our regular NIC means our Ethernet only I explained, but one more NIC is there, HBA for fiber optical based connections. But NIC Ethernet cable we use for this wires we are connecting. Okay. Anyway, guys, coaxial cable. In the coaxial cable, of course, we are not using for our regular LAN communication. In the earlier days of in a network, they use this one for bus topologies, so different devices connecting and communication purpose also. Okay. This coaxial cables as a use as a backbone cable for your bus topologies and connecting your devices to the bus topologies, coaxial cables. Of course, again, some people in a certain area, so they are getting internet, both cable TV and internet through this coaxial cable as well. Okay, and what's the next? Okay. These coaxial cables we know as we use for cable TV purpose. So in a small towns, still in the small towns, and earlier so there's both small towns, villages, cities use these cables for connecting to the cable TV network. So that time we do not have much satellite TVs. Now we are using cable TVs, but we can access lot of channels. So there is a cable TV guy station is there. He has a dish antennas, so you connect to the satellite and get the streaming data. So then he's distributed, he mixed all the channels and then put it shape through these cables. The cables are running in the street by house, like they are running through houses in the street. So if anybody want, they will connect this cable to their home TV kind of stuff. So nowadays they are using separate setup box, a digital setup box. They are connecting. Okay. And of course, now villages, cities, we are having the satellite dish connection directly. Even from the dish to your setup box, it's a coaxial cable only. Okay, anyway, guys, coaxial cable support up to 800 meters data transmission speed. In a coaxial cable, if you see the center wire, that center wire actually carries the main signal. This center wire having some plastic shielding, and on the top of that, there is a copper mesh. On top of copper mesh, there is a plastic cover. Okay, final protection cover it is. What is the purpose of this copper mesh? To prevent it from electromagnetic interference. You're sending your main signal, you're sending data through this center wire, right? But it can be interface. If it is any interference of this electromagnetic interferences, so it mix your main signal with the other signals. So your actual signal will be disturbed. It's called a crosstalk. So this copper mesh absorbs all the external electromagnetic interferences. So it won't passes to the main signal. Okay, that's the point. This connector we call it as BNC connector. This connector we see is a connector, that's a BNC connector. Okay. So this is that is called BNC connector. These are the T connectors. The T connectors also different types of T connectors also. Okay. So these are a cable splitting type. So one cable is going on, it is split and send it to the another one like this. Okay. So separate connection part. So this is a BNC connector, BNC T connector, BNC terminator. So end cable. Terminator means ending cable. Okay. These are the BNC connectors. This is how the cable is look like, and there is a standards also there. So instead of 100 base T, there is something like this like base 2, base 5. These are the standard 10 base 2, 10 means 10 Mbps data transmission speed. Base 2, base 5 is a representation of a thick net, thin net kind of stuff. T means it is twisted pair cable. That was not required, just coaxial cables support up to 800 meters. And now it is an important one is twisted pair cable. What is the twisted pair cable? Twisted pair cable. UTP and STP cables are twisted pair cable. Unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cable. Okay, unshielded twisted pair cable does not have additional shielding, but shielded twisted pair cable having extra shielding, like your coaxial cable. You have a copper mesh shielding. Same way for STP cables also we have a copper mesh shielding. And these twisted pair cables support up to 800 meters. Sorry, 100 meters. The twisted pair cables support up to 800 meters. In twisted pair cable, the pair of wires are twist each other. The pair of wires are twist each other. Generally, these twisted pair cables are having 8 wires. Generally, it is having 8 wires. That's why we call them as a 4-pair cable. 4-pair cable. Pair of wires are twist each other. By increasing number of twists, it is decrease the attenuation. Attenuation decreases, speed of data transmission increases. Okay, copper mesh. So already we discussed now the shielded twisted pair cable having copper mesh to protect your signal from electromagnetic interferences. Okay. So these cables, the twisted pair cable, either shielded twisted pair cable or unshielded twisted pair cable, end of the cables we are connecting with a kind of plug. This plug we call it as RJ45 connector. We insert this RJ45 connector plugs into the RJ45 sockets. In the socket, we are inserting this one. Okay. RJ means register jack. Again, the number of wires, generally, as I said, 8 wires are there. These 8 wires are color coded. So there is a 4-pair cable. It means 4 pair wise the cable is there, means 8 wires. So that is color coded. 4 color combination code is there. Like orange, white, orange, green, white, green, blue, white, blue, brown, white, brown. See this one closely. This is the blue, white, blue. This is orange, white, orange, green, white, green, brown, white, brown pair. Okay. So that is the one. Okay. These cables, so both end of the cable, generally in both end of the cable, we are connecting with this RJ45 connectors. Then it is become a standard cable. These cables also we call it as patch cables, LAN cables, cat cables. Patch cables, LAN cables, cat cables. Because these cables also available in the different categories. The Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5, Cat 5e, Cat 6, Cat 6e, Cat 7, Cat 6e, like that different cables. I have written up to 6 because in generally in our local LAN networks, we use Cat 6 cables. Sometimes Cat 5e, but most of the time recently we are using Cat 6 cables only. Okay, so still we are having any in our organization, older cables are there, Cat 5e cables also possibilities there, but not earlier than that one. So Cat 4, Cat 3, we don't use it because lower data transmission speed. Cat 6 is enough for up to 1 Gbps data transmission speed. Cat 1 is actually not for your LAN communication purpose. It's for telephone based communication purpose. It supports data transmission speed 1 Mbps, up to 1 Mbps. RJ11 connector we are using. Normally, our LAN cables we use RJ45 connector, but Cat 1 cable use RJ11 connector. It's actually 2-pair wire. Okay, it's a 2-pair wire. Next, Cat 2 cables. From Cat 2 onwards, it's RJ45 type of connectors. We use it 4-pair cables it is and used for LAN communication. Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5, Cat 5e, Cat 6 cables. Each cable support different types of data transmission speed. Cat6 support up to 1 Gbps data transmission speed. I've taken these details from the standard textbooks only. Guys, if you search in a Google, you may get a different kind of speeds, but I've taken from it. But remember one thing, that is a Cat6 is support 1 Gbps data transmission speed. Cat5 is 500 to 600 Mbps. Cat5 it is 100 Mbps only. This is called a cable tester, network cable tester. You have a patch cable or a LAN cable, what we see. Both end of the cables, one end is go to the one tester, okay, one side of the connector, another side it is go to the another part. Like this is two parts actually. This is one side of the cable, this is another side of the cable we are inserted or on the tester. So if LEDs, here it is see 1 to 8. In both side, 1 is blinking, like 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 7 7 8 8. So simultaneously 1 1 is blinked and 2 2 is blinked, then 3 3 is blinked, 4 4 4 is blinked. It means your cable is good. Your cable is working good. There is no problem in the cable. So you're connected through cable, a desktop, laptop, or server, you are connecting with the cable, and it is not connecting. It is showing not connected symbol. Okay. So what happened? Maybe there is a possibility is cable issue is there. How to test it? You can use this testing tool or a cable tester for testing your cable. Okay. So these are actually UTP STP cables. You want to make it as a normal cable, then you have to insert this RJ45 connector to this wires. These wires are inserted into this RJ45 connector, and using this crimping tool, we need to press little harder. Okay, so that is a thing. Even I have certain supporting earlier videos, but I have lot of videos. So how to create this crimping, because I watched in middle so many like this. Okay, that it how it is. To enter some power automator, my video. Where are we? Let's understand how it is. A cable is made. Okay, so this space cables. In the factory, there is a factory wise, factory machine wise, it will do it. But in generally in our offices, we can create our own cables for our purposes. See, this is a very little bigger than any other cable. So, okay, this is about your twisted pair cables. In this cable also, you are having different models based on their wiring wise, like straight cables, crossover cable, rollover cable kind of stuff. Straight cable means where we use the straight cable when you are connecting two different types of devices. Like you are connecting your system PC to a hub or a switch you are connecting, we use straight cables. If you are connecting a switch to a router, we use straight cable. If you are connecting PC to PC directly, PC one this side, one PC are connecting directly are connecting, then we use cross cables. If you are connecting switch to switch, PC to PC, router to router in a LAN connection, then we use cross cable. Okay. PC to router also. PC to router, you are using direct LAN based connection, you are doing it. PC to router, it is a cross cable, we should use it. Rollover cables, it's a different. The rollover cables not for communication, means not for the LAN type of communication. So it is used for configuration. So you have a Cisco routers and switches. You want to configure it. So you need to interact with this routers and switches. So there is a console port on the switches and routers. So from our system, we use this cable to connect it to the console cable, and we will interact with our routers and switches and configure it. That's a configuration purpose. We are using these rollover cables. What's the difference between straight and cross cables? In a straight cable, simply to say, in a cable, both ends are there. Both ends we are putting our RJ45 connector. So the first pin of the RJ45 connector. So that the pin configuration. What colors you put in the one side of the cable in your RJ45 pins? What colors you follow? First pin, second pin, third pin. What color you are placed? The same colors you should follow other end of the cable. Means first pin what color in a one end, and other end first pin same color, and it is same for all the pins. First pin, second and second, third, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. So this is called a straight cable. But there is a lot of reasons also. Okay, there is explanation, but right now just to understand it is cross cable. So what is a cross cable? Cross cable, like what are the first pin color? What you put it in one side, in the other side, the same color will go to the third pin. First pin, third pin. Second pin, sixth pin. So in one side, what is the second pin color? In the other side, it is sixth pin. That's a 1, 3, 2, 6. First pin, third pin, same color. First pin, one side, other side, third pin. Second pin, one side, other side, sixth pin. Follow the same color. Reverse also. 1, 3, 2, 6 colors. In this diagram, you can see first pin is white, green, and the other side, third pin is white, green. Okay, second pin is green, other side, sixth pin is green. Third pin is white, orange. So first pin is white, orange. Sixth pin is orange, second pin is orange. See, that's the difference. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not change. Okay, so this is about your twisted pair cable. Pair of wires twist each other. So generally, totally 8 wires. So it is called as a 4-pair cable. This twisted pair cable support up to 100 meters. So UTP, STP, unshielded twisted pair cable, shielded twisted pair cables. Unshielded twisted pair cable, there is a copper mesh to protect your main signal from electromagnetic interferences. Number of twists increases, attenuation decreases, speed of data transmission increases. Okay. These twisted pair cables, also called as like UTP, STP cables, also called as LAN cables, patch cables, CAT cables. Different category of these cables also there. Cat6 support up to 1 Gbps data transmission speed. Cat5e is 500 to 600. Cat5 is 100 Mbps data transmission speed. Okay, so these are important. The connection we use RJ45 connector. Okay, twisted pair cable. Next. So in the cable, third one is fiber optical cables. Guys, in a coaxial cable and a twisted pair cable, there are copper cables. So it's a copper cable means the signal we are using is electrical signal. The signal what we are using is electrical signal. Okay. And we are to protect our main signal from electromagnetic interference, because this electromagnetic interference more affect on the metal sound. Okay. Metal sound. Next. Fiber optical cables are made up of glass. Generally, these fiber optic cables are made up of glass. from limestone. You burn a limestone, you made a glass. Okay, so you can create simple fiber optical cables. Okay, and what signal we are using is light wave as a signal. In fiber optic cables, we are using light wave, and it's a glass, means non-conductor. It's not a metal, so obviously no metals means no electromagnetic interference on it. And these fiber optic cables used for very long distance communication or very high speed data transmission purpose. Okay, so our twisted pair cables have a limitation for data transmission speed and distance. But in a fiber optic cables will go to the very long distance communications as well as very high speed data transmission. These fiber optical cables we are not using in our regular LAN communication. In regular LAN communication, what we are using is UTP cables, not fiber optical. Okay, but of course, we are using server connectivity, server to server connections, storage like a SAN type of storage connectivities, core routers. So where there more data transmission required, there we use this fiber optical cables as well as for connecting to internet. So we need these fiber optical cables. These fiber optic cables are costly as well as cheaper. Cost is there, cheaper is also. One day I went to a shop to buy some twisted pair cables, like at least I want 1 meter, 2 meters. I want to buy. I'm asking that guy how much it is. Meanwhile, some person came and giving a very good advice. He said, "Why you are buying this twisted pair cables? It's very costly. Better to buy fiber optical cables. It is cheaper." But point is, you have to ask what is the cost of both. Okay, what is the 1 meter cost of fiber optical cable and twisted pair cable? Then you got to know what's the difference. Otherwise, we don't know. At that time is fiber optic cables are very less available outside. Okay, so obviously, if it is a rare, it is very costly. Now it is more fiber optical cables are there. LAN cables. This it is 2 meters, 109. SC to SC, general what we are using. This is S to ST. Again, these cables, not just a cable, guys. The connector also important. We should know what is the connector we use. Okay, see the cables connects. Nowadays, it is quite easy to buy. So those time it is very fast. So how many meters? 2 meters, right? Cat 6 we want. It is a Cat 5e, 30 meters. 30 meters. Okay. Only raw cable. So these connectors we can able to buy. Cat 6, 3 meters. Single patch cables. Okay, Cat 6 LAN cable for 7 patch, several server patch panels. 3 pack, 3 combined, this is the cost. As I said now, so days going on, new things will come up and cost will be reduced. Some older one is become higher cost, new things will become lower cost automatically. But there is a twist also there. We'll see that one. Okay. So what's the twist? Guys, you have a laptop, desktop. Check your laptop having two NICs. One is Wi-Fi NIC. So you are connecting through wirelessly to your Wi-Fi router. You are connecting, right? Wireless NIC is there. Wireless adapter is there. So you can connect wirelessly. Good. And another one is your Ethernet port is there. Your laptop having a Ethernet port. Okay. So that is we can use a UTP cable only. Use a UTP cable, RJ45 connectors. So then you can connect through cable also possible. Good. And I given you a fiber optical cable. How you connected a fiber optic cable to your laptop or a desktop? Where is the port? Fiber optical port. Where is the port? Not there. right? What you will do if you buy a fiber optic cable, if you are unable to connect it, you can't connect. So that's why whether it is available cheaper or less price or freely available also, you can't connect your laptop or desktop. If you want to connect, that related NIC is required. This is called HBA, host bus adapters. People insert these adapters into a server motherboards and they connect these fiber optic cables to this host bus adapters. Okay. HBA. Okay, these are the host bus adapters. So we want to connect, and then we use these fiber optical cables that separate sockets. The people are connected. Okay. So these are diagrams. These are all diagrams. So this is the HBA adapter inserting on the server. Sometimes it is built-in server. Sometimes you need to be inserted. Then we use the fiber optic cable to connect. Of course, as the diagram, you have an NIC. You should have an NIC to get connected. You should have a cable. Well, okay, both are there. But on which device, how you connected commonly? Okay, we need a fiber optical based switches and routers. Again, it is a costly. That's why it's not about what is the cable, what is the material it is made up of, the connectors are important. So the overall cost is more effective. Directly you can't able to get connected. Okay. Of course, fiber optic cables mainly used for servers inside your data centers for core networking places where you are using heavy data transmission like a storage, server storage devices. We use fiber optical cables only. Okay. Next. We are getting internet through fiber optical cables. Okay, fiber optical cables. So put a fiber optical underwater fiber optical cables. See, these are the directly they place the underwater. These are all fiber optical cables. They put in a underwater fiber optical cables. Okay. So there is a maintenance department. They have to drive into this version and verify the cables, their connectivity, cable health. They will check it. Any damages to the cable, they have to check it and repair in the underwater. Sometimes they will pull out, but most of the time it is they check it in a fiber optic cable inside. Of course, there is a good protection layer is there. Now, if there are pulling out the cables, continent to continent, country to country, like that, it is get connected. So there is a site. If you want to see fiber optical based connection, submarine cable map, underwater fiber optical cables, how it is there, how it is get connected. Okay. This is our India. So here it is, there is a certain entry points also. See. Mumbai, Chennai, and some other spots also available. From this part, there is a fiber optical cable spot. From here, it is connected to the different countries. Okay, see, Gulf, and this is a Nile River like this. This is one port, Iran port, and see, these are entirely fiber optical cables are connected.
Sir, we can't see anything.
Only this one are everything. This one can able to see. I stop sharing and I will share it again. Okay. Is this screen can be visible? or only this one? I don't understand which one you are.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, okay. Okay, totally we are blind or only one. Okay. You can open this link, after some time, you can open the submarine cable map in your system. You see that cable connections. Okay. You can also see the status, how they are connected, which cable from which place to which place it is connected. So it is Australia, South Africa, America, North America, South America kind of stuff, how they are getting connected. So you see, this is a Russia. Russia is a land area, so underwashness. So there is a lot of entry points getting into the enter place. Okay. China do not have any direct connections. Okay. China have to take it from other countries that are sharing with the ocean. From there, there is an entry. See, these countries do not have any direct ocean connections. See? They have to get it from other countries. Okay. So the using of satellite is very less in an internet connection. Elon Musk concept is different. I'm not talking. Okay. So still not completely implemented. Anyway, this is in a tradition. It's a submarine cable map. So here we are going to stop, guys. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday. Monday we are going to see about different networking devices. Then we'll continue. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.